Jeez, where is he? You kidding me?
Oh, sorry.
We gotta start this vlog now.
Yeah, my bad. We'll start it now.
Okay.
Oh, there's my message come through. Hello. Sorry about that. I had to make a quick phone call. What are we doing today? Research. I chose to do my topic on action, and I'm going to be talking to you about what research I've come up with, or what I've researched for it. So, the action films are basically a genre in which the protagonist, which is the main character, are thrown into a series of challenges that typically involve or include scenes of violence and fighting. That it's typically proven that the hero in the action movie faces challenges throughout the film, including difficult situations with either the bad guy or a chase, which typically ends in victory for the hero.
Yay!
Or a small majority of the film includes the villain as coming out on top with victory. The film has to use a lot of professional people to perform high-risk stunts involved in them. Luckily, we are very budget, so there's no high-risk stunt people, professional people to come and do it, so it's all us. So money hasn't been spent, thankfully. The action genre began to develop in the mid-70s with increased stunts and new technology to create special effects. The first action movie to be published was over 100 years ago. Mad. In 1903. It quieted down during the World War and became more popular during the mid-20s, mainly producing Western movies. During the 40s and 50s, formed war films inspired by obviously the World War I and World War II, along with more Western and cowboy films. Throughout the 60s, these years were mainly dominated by the likes of James Bond.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Which first aired in... I've got it down somewhere. First aired in 1962. It's introduced a stable of modern day action movies, adding the extension of a hero. This started the popular action movies that will have you on the edge of your seat, as you were introduced to car chases, to fights, to high quality weapons and brand new gadgets, adding the tension to the movies. During the 70s, introduced more detective stories and urban crimes, getting the new action film. More countries started using the genre into their own style. For example, Hong Kong. Hong Kong used to use them in the mid-60s with famous actors such as Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee. That's what I found, even though Bruce Lee is probably like Chinese or something. During the 80s, Hollywood became one of the biggest and introduced actors like Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and many more. Also introducing big producers with Steven Spielberg and George Lucas. Many of you will recognise Steven Spielberg from Back to the Future in 1985 and George Lucas for Star Wars in the 1970s. 1990s became a new generation in the film industry for making parodies of early versions of the movies, introducing CGI into them to add more tension. The 2000s continued to impress with the new technology of CGI, and the new century introduced Tentpole Pictures, which is a program that supports financial performance of the studio or network. 2010, introduction of the sci-fi included in the action created through CGI. This helped with the Star Wars movies, Doctor Who, Star Trek, all the science fiction movies, along with the Marvel and DC's. Basically, CGI has helped us through many movies that we all enjoy. So that's my research done, and I will see you later.